So we have a unit Pioneer Blu-ray Reader model BDP-150 150 connected via HDMI to the television on the port number 2. We switch on the unit. There is no disc inserted, so in the upper left corner it says no disc. By pushing the button home, initial setup, we can go to options and verify the system information that reads that the software version is the original BDP-150 version 0105. Actually, the firmware of this machine has never been updated, and this machine came originally, since the buying moment, with this version of firmware. Okay, let's exit from this menu and insert a data disk. The data disk is a DVD dual layer -R version containing a file MKV that is a movie in high definition. I close the trail. The machine seems to read the disk. On the upper left corner appear data disk, and here the first strange thing, that no menu of navigation of the data disk automatically appears. So I push the button home. I push home media gallery. I select the right content of the disk, that is video, and the information of this menu is wrong. This is not the content of the data disk. In other words, this is another movie of another data disk. It is the last data disk that was accessed correctly by this machine. I try to push the button, and of course nothing appears inside the directory. If I go back, another strange thing appears. If I try to navigate the menu, this is another strange thing. The menu of the various items of the data disk, photo, music, video, and SWF, appears with strange dots on the left. In another case in the past, this menu appeared with completely empty voices, and I could move the blue cursors up and down, and nobody was visualized in this menu. Okay, let's try with another data disk. A more simple one. So I eject, and I put a more simple kind of data disk, not a dual layer. But a simple DVD -R 4.5 gigabyte containing other data information. Video also in this case, MKV also in this case. Again, the information displayed is completely wrong. It appears the disk is empty, the name of the directory is wrong, and if I try to navigate, I again can obtain easily the same strange defect in the menu. That's it. This is the fake wrong menu. The only way to correct the problem, let's see, for example, another way. I go back, I switch off the unit with the bottom on the remote command. I wait for about 10 seconds. I switch on again. It seems to read the data disk. Appears data disk, upper left corner. No automatic navigation. I push the button home. I push home media gallery. Again, wrong information, apparently empty disk. Clearly is not reading the disk, is accessing the last information in the memory of the Blu-ray reader. The only way to correct the problem is to switch off the machine, power off the machine pulling the cable of the current for about 10 seconds. Now I switch on again the machine. I insert the data disk 4.5 gigabyte. And this time the machine works correctly. Automatically appears the menu data disk. I go to video. It appears the correct directory containing the word extras. I go inside the directory. It appears the many items contained that are all movies in MKV format. I can navigate through them, I can play them. Okay, let's change disk. Let's put back the dual layer 8.5 gigabyte DVD containing data, the other one that wasn't read correctly before. Again, the machine seems to perform correctly. Recognize it's a data disk, reads, automatically appears the menu, data disk. I go on video, and the correct directory appear. I go inside the directory, and I can correctly play the content of the DVD. So it's not a problem of media, it's not a problem of the contents files. it's a problem of the machine that for some time reads correctly the data disk, then suddenly, after switch off and on, with no possibility to say when, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, instead of reading the actual content of the DVD, begins to read the last content and refuse from the memory and refuse to read the actual disk inserted until the cable of current is pulled off and on. And this is, of course, totally unacceptable. The question when the problem begins to appear has a precise answer. Last time I switched off with the button on the remote command the Blu-ray reader, the last data disk was inserted inside. Now I switch on and I insert inside another data disk. I remind that the last data disk read correctly and that was inside the machine when I power off with the bottom of the remote command, read in the directory Midnight Cowboy. It was the 8.5 dual layer DVD. Now I put another data disk top left corner, apparently reading data disk, but no automatic menu appear, and if I push home media gallery, video, the wrong content again appear. This is the content of the last data disk that was switched off inside the machine with the button on off. So now the machine is reading not from the actual data disk inserted, but from the last memory data disk that was accessed correctly. Again, there is apparently nothing inside, and the information displayed are totally wrong. Again, this strange menu appears.